Socotra is nuts. Players are super close together. You tend to see players stealing a lot of goats and llamas and whatever else, and it gets nasty. We have 700 elo, low elo legends. We have smart, strong, and fun smiley face here in the red, playing as Lithuanians. And then here in the blue, already having slain 2 sheep, we have Mare. And Mare has been playing with Kumans. I looked at their profile. And then smart, strong, and fun, smiley face, has been playing with Lithuanians every single time this map shows up. Now, what's nice about Lithuanians is you start with plus 150 food. So this map tends to have a little bit of a shortage of food, especially if they steal some things from you. So having the extra food is very helpful. Kumans, though, can make a second town center in Feudal. They have very cheap archer ranges and stables. I feel like Kumans are a very strong civ right now as well. But just to go over the resources you have on this map, as you can see, 50% of the map is useless. You cannot get out to the water. And everything is pushed towards the center. You've got 1 elephant. You've got a standard amount of goats or sheep. And then you have 5 ostrich. So instead of having 8 sheep, 2 boars, and 4 ostrich or 4 deer, you have 8 sheep. I think it's 8, or is it 6? I'm pretty sure it's 8 sheep, 1 boar or elephant in this case, and then 5 ostrich. So it's a little bit less in the way of food. And a common strategy, because the elephants are so close, is you just steal the opponent's elephant. Or you wall in their berries, or you do a bunch of crazy stuff. But I don't know if 700 elo players are really going to be lamey, which is what we call that in Age of Empires. I wish I knew why it was called lame. It's got to be so confusing. Because this game's so old, it probably started back in, the early 2000s, and someone kept stealing boars, and this guy was like, well, that's lame. And then they're like, oh, I guess we're just going to call that lame now. It is not really the easiest to pick up on. Here comes blue. Blue's scouting out, and already at 4 minutes, you kind of know where the enemy is. It's tricky. Ooh, I'm being told that red plays Socotra a lot. Okay. Yeah, I noticed on his profile he likes Lithuanians for this. I feel like if you can have a really good rush to Feudal Age build, you're going to be perfect here. This is your map. Screw Arabia, screw all the other maps. If you can rush Feudal Age with any type of aggression, you're going to do better off in this map. It would be smart, it might be strong, it might be fun, depending. But red all over it right now. Red didn't even make a lumber camp yet, which is really weird. You guys know how I feel about that. And scouting currently going on over here. This term is not from AoE. Wait, did it come from somewhere else? I don't know where these villagers are going, by the way. What's the plan? Why? What are you doing? Is he getting loom? But why? It makes me feel like he's going to rush with his vills. But look at the idle time for his economy. Everything was looking perfect for red. Laming also means to cripple someone. Yeah, I guess I've heard the term, I've heard someone who's crippled be described as lame before. Okay, it took them a long time to think about it, so they make the mill. I just thought when you said it was from somewhere else, it was another video game. Which I guess might not be the case. And okay, blue's economy probably on par, if not a little better than red's after that whole fiasco. And they're both inching closer to Feudal Age, just not quite there at this point. I've noticed that both games we've seen on Socotra, players of this elo are hesitant to build a mill here. This is why you need to make a lumber camp, people. Looking at you, red, make a lumber camp. And then if you make a lumber camp, you're going to be able to have the res to just drop a mill. Like right now, red is pushing in an ostrich, looking really cool. But red hasn't created a villager this entire time, and now red forgot to make a lumber camp. You need 2 Dark Age buildings to go feudal. Look, he's like trying to go feudal, trying to go feudal, trying to go feudal. So you have your mill. You'd need either a mining camp, a barracks, or a lumber camp here. And red's going to push in another ostrich. There's no urgency. Oh, man. This is crazy to me. This is crazy to me. I love it, though. No lumber camp still. Come on! 700 food now in the bank. Blue is going ahead in vills now. Okay, these villagers are like, oh, yeah. We need to do something. We're going to chop the straggler tree down. Meanwhile, blue is on the way to feudal age because blue actually makes lumber camps. And blue will have a massive head start here. It takes a while to build that lumber camp. The red's still just going to have to wait it out. Yeah, maybe he thought he clicked up. Like, maybe there's a hotkey associated with it. So he pressed the hotkey and then it didn't work. That's a good possibility, I think. But, you know, the lumber camp mill thing is normally pretty basic. I think what Red's thought process is rush to feudal. And so in his mind, don't go to wood. You want all your villagers on food. And so that's where he got caught up. I've run into this problem with Mongols before. Because with Mongol hunt bonus, you can have enough resources to go feudal before you even make a mill. Then I'm like, crap, I didn't make the mill. That happened to me when I was like top 1,000 in the world, like on a consistent basis. So I can only imagine at 700 how that would be kind of an issue. But you are still going to need wood for other things, right? So only 2 on wood right now is a bit of an issue. Over here we have blue. Blue has the barracks already. So, you're now gonna see, okay, we're gonna see a military building, right? You know, I think I have made a mistake with my commentary, and I think I have expected a level of urgency from 700 elo that is not there. So I need to chill. I need to backtrack. It is only because Socotra is on my mind, right? This map tends to play out like that at higher elos, but that does not mean it will happen like that at this elo. Okay, there's a blacksmith there for Mare. Interesting to see a blacksmith before a military building. Now, the thing in the back of my mind is you need a blacksmith before you make a siege workshop for whatever freaking reason. And Cumans can actually make siege in the feudal age. Is Red pushing that? Oh my. Red is pushing the ostrich from the enemy to his own base. Meanwhile, he has 16 idle villagers. Worth it. Worth it, baby. Idle time going crazy. Not scouting at all. Completely worth it. Yeah, you get that 140 food, buddy. Yeah, forget about eco upgrades. Forget about farms for food. No, we need to steal the opponent's ostrich. That is smart. That is strong, and that is fun. Also, that is a kind of an issue if blue is able to afford a lot of rams with spearmen. I don't know what to think about this game. In some ways, it's been infuriating. In other ways, it's been hilarious. Like right now, blue clearly wants to go ram pike rush. But blue forgot to go to gold. So that's an issue. And this is just all over the place right now. Now, will red go back for the final ostrich? Let's see. Red scout moving around. Not really interested right now. It's very possible these will shoot that ostrich. I highly doubt he's going to go back for another one. He's got a lot of food, but he doesn't have any food income, which is very funny. And now we have a barracks. Now we're going to have some gold and maybe stone income. And now red scout has stopped right next to that siege workshop. But what does one ram do here? I don't think one ram does that much. Huh. Keeping an eye on things. Oh, now we're going to have a TC. So this game is almost like blue went to the tech tree and read down the list. Because I'm pretty sure at the top, it's like, can make second TC in feudal age. Can make siege in feudal age. And maybe blue is just like, all right, let's utilize all those bonuses. At higher elos, that's tricky because siege is expensive. The siege workshop, the blacksmith, that's all pricey. Same with the TC. So to do it all at once is tricky. It doesn't really streamline things in a way that you would want for higher elos. But clearly, streamlining things is not what matters. It's 700 elo. So I think this is kind of a fast castle for red. It's the smart, strong, and fun type of fast castle. And it honestly looks somewhat well balanced at the moment. Red could click up to the castle age after this. And there you go. Now, blue, it's all going to come down to timing right now. If blue were to push out with this ram and the pikeman, I think it would, at the very least, force some type of fear or reaction from red, right? Not saying the TC would go down. That would be epic, but I doubt it's going to happen. Blue's problem is didn't go to gold fast enough. You don't have enough for more rams yet. And so he actually sold food and wood for it. What the? These players are absolutely mad, and I mean that in a good way. You're crazy. Now, what's this for red? Does red know about the TC? Red doesn't know about the TC. I don't know if red was really paying attention to what was seen by the scout. But if so, red should know the siege workshop is there at the very least. Oh my god, red's going to TC here, isn't he? I think red sees this and says that's the perfect town center spot. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, red's going to make a stable. That would have been so funny if he tried to drop a TC where blue already has a TC. Now, blue has 2 town centers. He is just now queuing up vills out of them. But blue has had so much idle TC time. I will always prefer the player who's in Castle Age and can make knights faster. But here come the rams. Oh, can you imagine if this would have come in a minute earlier and taken out the TC? Still, though, there's 12 spearmen inside of those rams. Let's look at red's point of view for this, okay? He's like, all right, we're in Castle Age. We ate all the ostrich. We're feeling good. All right, let's add an archer range. You never know what's going to show up. Huh? What is this? What's his reaction going to be? Because, like, okay, he's going to attack with the scout. That's cute. But then, surprise! It's not supplies, it's surprise. And whoop! Right back inside. Okay, great execution from blue. Forget about vills out of the TCs. That's not going to be happening. And red says, oops. ... Oh, and blue pops out again and pokes down the scout. And I think red is panicking right now. Red doesn't know what to do. He just said, oops. It's so funny to me how low elo players would prioritize saying oops instead of using that time to try and do something within the game. I love that. I would never type in the stressful moments because I'd be trying to do something, but red didn't know what to do. So he just said, oops. TC could go down. Blue has 2 of them. Whoop! Spearmen pop out. Villagers can kind of fight off spearmen. TC can kind of shoot down spearmen. There's a chance if red also repairs that the TC does not go down. But I doubt that's going to happen. The rams are going to take out the TC. Oops, it does it. And red doesn't even have houses right now. What is this strategy from blue? Ting, 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 ting. You've just got spearmen, but red's in Castle Age, and red can't do anything. And red's trying to make crossbows, but red is housed. The red says, okay, we need houses. And let's get those houses down fast. So we can make some crossbows. And red says, well played. Wow. What a wholesome ending that was. I like this red player. I mean, it could have been better. It could have been worse. You know, we've seen it all before. But really good strategy from blue. And a very respectful response from red, who truthfully, I don't think was dead. I think that even though he just got housed, I think he could, if he wanted to, fight off the spearman with some of his vills, wait for a few crossbows, and then blue is just stuck forever feudal. Look at blue's resources. Blue is 4 on food. There's no way blue ever goes Castle Age. So I think maybe there was still a chance there for red, who actually resigned with having 1 more villager than blue, but that's just a lot of work, and that's a lot of stuff you have to do. to be able to come back, and maybe it just wasn't in him there. I kind of want to see both these players play again because I feel like blue always does the ram rush. And at the very least, red is super nice. So if red is super nice, then, you know, maybe it's worth taking another look. I'll look at their profiles and see if they're still playing. What, you guys agree with me on that? That could be really fun? I think based on this game, both players would make my list of players I'd want to investigate. For different reasons, but still. Like, when red pushed in that ostrich, I was already sold. Pushing in an ostrich from the enemy while not focusing on anything else.